few days away, WWE is having their next pay-per-view, Extreme Rules, the Horror Show. Sunday, this upcoming Sunday, July 19th. The last pay-per-view before SummerSlam. So the matches so far are Drew McIntyre versus Dolph Ziggler for the WWE title. We don't know what the stipulation is. Ziggler's going to say. He's probably going to say it at the pay-per-view. Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman in a swamp. Jeff Hardy and Sheamus in a bar fight, whatever that is. Seth Rollins versus Rey Mysterio in an eye for an eye, whatever that is. Kind of match, whatever. Asuka versus Sasha Banks for the Raw Women's title. Bayley versus Nikki Cross for the Women's title on SmackDown. Apollo Crews versus MVP for the United States title. And so far, those are all the matches. Who knows? Maybe some matches will be added. Maybe Matt Riddle versus Baron Corbin, King Corbin. Maybe Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro take out a New Day at Extreme Rules. We don't know. There's plenty of stuff for SmackDown that has to get solved first. For a second there, this Raw, I thought we were going to get Big Show versus Randy Orton at Extreme Rules, but that's going to happen on Raw. So this is the predictions, and my predictions. So what I want you to do, sit back, relax, and comment below on who you think is going to win the matches for Extreme Rules. So the first match I'm going to talk about is the United States title match between Apollo Crews and MVP. Now, MVP has been trying to recruit Apollo Crews before, right? Before all this got started, to join him and Bobby Lashley, and recently Bobby Lashley and Apollo Crews had conversations. Whatever. And recently MVP was trying to recruit Cedric Alexander to join him and Bobby Lashley, trying to create a rift between him and Ricochet, right? So Extreme Rules, we're going to have the United States title match between Apollo Crews and MVP. Now, this match, I don't expect any title change here. I expect Apollo Crews to retain the title. But I expect after the match, Lashley to beat up Apollo Crews, setting up Bobby Lashley to take on Apollo Crews, perhaps for SummerSlam for the United States title. Yeah, I know Bobby Lashley was in the world title picture against Drew a month ago, but having the United States title picture where I think he could win the United States title at SummerSlam is good. I think him being a champion, WWE champion down the line is inevitable. Most likely going to happen. But it's just now this is the hell of Apollo Crews. Like Apollo Crews during this era. Yeah, I guess this era right now has been really taking it to the next level. There's no crowd, so remember Apollo Crews has always been known to be athletic, but no charisma, smiles all the time, couldn't talk. And this way, you're not making him talk, but he's a champion. So I expect MVP to lose here. Apollo Crews to retain the United States title, but I don't expect this to end. I expect Bobby Lashley to get involved in the United States title picture next. And challenge Apollo Crews at SummerSlam for the United States title. Next, we're going to have the SmackDown Women's title match between Bayley and Nikki Cross on Extreme Rules, the Horror Show. Yeah, Horror Show. I don't know why it's a Horror Show. Now, You would think Alexa Bliss would be the one in the title picture, right? Because you know how everybody feels about Alexa Bliss getting more of opportunities. But now this time, this is Nikki Cross versus Bayley, which is good. I think they can put on a solid match. Nikki Cross is a solid wrestler. Bayley's a solid wrestler. Bayley out of say the more four of the four horsewomen in WWE is the best in the ring performer. And she's fundamentally sound. I think Becky Lynch is the most popular. Sasha Banks might be the fastest and the most athletic. Charlotte is the most powerful. Has athleticism to her too. Don't get me wrong. But Bayley in the ring is the one that makes the less mistakes. She's more solid in the ring. I think she's the best ring general of the four horsewomen. That's all I have to say about that. So, yeah, Bayley and Nikki Cross. I don't expect a title change here. Bayley to retain SmackDown Women's title. And we'll see where she goes from there with SummerSlam for SummerSlam, whether she's going to take out Sasha Banks or another competitor for that title. With Nikki Cross losing, I don't know what I'll do for her and Alexa Bliss. I always have this thing in the back of my mind that Alexa Bliss is going to turn on Nikki Cross. Oh, I just feel like she will at some point. I just don't know when, but it's always in the back of my mind that she's going to turn on Nikki Cross. But I don't think it's going to happen here. So yeah, Bayley's going to retain. But it will be a good match. Tell me what you guys think. Who you think is going to win this match? Alright, next is the bar fight, whatever that is. To Jeff Hardy and Sheamus. You know how the story is going. Sheamus is making fun of Jeff Hardy's problems with alcohol and drugs that Jeff Hardy's been battling throughout his life, wrestling career. And this feud has been going on for like 2 or 3 months. Jeff Hardy lost at Backlash between the two. Jeff Hardy threw sample piss onto Sheamus before Backlash, the SmackDown before Backlash. Sheamus has been at home, Tennessee, I believe, but he's been appearing on the Jumbotron, making fun of Jeff Hardy, joking around with Jeff Hardy, calling him he's a loser, he's an alcoholic loser, that he's making light of Jeff Hardy's drug problems and alcoholic problems. And there's a lot of people that don't like this issues now. And I hear some people I like, they're like, yeah, they shouldn't do this. And I'm like, in the Attitude Era, nobody would have cared if they did this. I guarantee you, nobody would have cared. Now since society has changed, the wrestling community has changed, they shouldn't be using these issues. Okay, I can see that, but I can see the other side of it. Sometimes a rivalry could be personal. Personal battling demons is about demons. Sometimes you need a hero, somebody who rise above that. That's what Jeff Hardy is doing. He's rising above this notion of him being a loser, of being a druggie, alcoholic. And anybody could do it. Yeah. In this world, it seems like it's the one thing to do. But he's an idol. He's many people. You've seen him around for 20 years. Sometimes the best stories are personal. Wrestling, you gotta make it personal. You treat wrestling like it's a TV show. TV shows or movies, you can have issues with alcoholic problems. Yeah, I know there's not the actors, not like that in real life, but wrestling, they're acting. They're not. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I'm just like I'm okay with it, as long as the wrestler's okay with it. I like personal rivalries. Rivalries don't always need to be under a belt. I mean, the way Mysterio Seth Rollins It's a better example, but I'm okay with this. But I don't know. The rumors are Jeff Hardy may not stick around after once his contract is up. So I don't know when that is. I predicted Jeff Hardy at first, but a lot of people think Sheamus is going to win because of that. So I don't know. I'm going to go with Sheamus here. But I wouldn't be surprised if Jeff Hardy wins. Tell me who you think is going to win. So next, I'm going to talk about the Dolph Ziggler versus Drew McIntyre for the WWE title match. Now, this is a throwaway match. Let's be honest here. These guys have history from 2 years ago when Drew made his appearance on Raw in a segment of Dolph Ziggler. They've been a tag team for half of 2018. Dolph Ziggler's Intercontinental title. They were tag team champions together. I see why they're going back to this. They needed something to do. I don't know what the plan was. I bet you Ziggler originally was not the plan for this, but under certain circumstances, they had to go to this. Ziggler is going to come out with a stipulation for what the title match is going to be. Extreme Rules. I don't know what's going to be. Rumor has it's going to be a new stipulation. I thought it's going to be like a no DQ match. I don't know. I don't know what the stipulation is going to be. Maybe it's something he is not new. But I'm not going to keep this long because Drew's going to win here, 100%. I bet you 99 out of 100 people would agree with me. Drew McIntyre is going to retain his title and go into SummerSlam, rumored to face Randy Orton. Which is, right now, Randy Orton has become the top heel on both brands. Both brands is the top heel. And the right thing to do is Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre at SummerSlam for the WWE Championship. It's the right direction for WWE to go right now. So once again, Drew's going to win. Agree or disagree, comment below, and I think most of you are going to agree with me. Okay, next we're having the other women's title match, the Raw women's title match. Asuka defending the title against what's her name? Sasha Banks, the boss Sasha Banks, one half of the tag team champion, women's tag team champions. Now this is a match I'm really love to see. These two work well, two great women wrestlers. Sasha Banks and Bayley has been killing. They've been carrying the women's division of both brands. They've been the standouts for the women's division during this era. Asuka has been amazing as champion. She defeated Nia Jax, blah blah blah. She reunited Kairi Singh. Kairi Singh came back for 2 weeks in a row to reunite the Kabuki Warriors. Alexa Bliss helped Io Shirai beat Sasha Banks at Part 1 of Great American Bash when she appeared and spit the green mist in Sasha Banks' face. So, I'm really looking for this match. I know this could be a good match between the two. Sasha Banks, who always presents a good performance, so is Asuka. But here's the thing, I don't think there's a title change is going to happen. I think this might be the beginning of the rift between Sasha Banks and Bayley. I know Bayley may cost Sasha Banks the match here. I'm picking Asuka to win, but I think Bayley's going to cost Sasha Banks the match because she's going to accompany her. See, what might happen? I don't know what's going to go first. Like the Bayley and Nikki Cross match may go on after Sasha Banks and Asuka. I don't know what's going to happen. Something's going to happen between the two. Whether it's tonight, no, Extreme Rules not tonight, SmackDown, Extreme Rules or after, something's going to happen. Watch out for this. Extreme Rules is going to be a big day, a big night of the test between Bayley and Sasha Banks' relationship with each other. With that, I'm going to pick Asuka to win, retain. Don't know who's going to face at SummerSlam. I know she wants to face Kairi Sane. I don't know if that's going to happen. Banks, which goes from here, if I'm right, if most people are predicting, Banks might face Bayley at SummerSlam. But there's some speculation that may not happen because it's not in Boston, Sasha Banks' hometown. But you know what? If that's the plan they're going to go, you can't play with how things are going right now. You can't go on your schedule. You have to go on fortunately, the virus's schedule. And sadly, it's a fact. So, yeah, Asuka's going to win here. Next, we have the eye for eye match between the Monday Night Messiah, Seth Rollins, and Rey Mysterio, who surprisingly doesn't have a contract. Now, this feud has been going on for 2 months after Money in the Bank when Seth Rollins was in a catatonic state. Now he stepped out of it. He was mad. Drove Rey Mysterio's eye into the steel chair steps. And Rey Mysterio has been home for a few months since then. His eye covered. A few months later, Dominic came to attack Seth Rollins. Mysterio came back. Kevin Owens came in a little involved in it. Humberto Carlito, and Aleister Black were their allies to Rey Mysterio. And at the Sunday, we're going to have an eye for an eye match. We don't know exactly what it is. You got to take somebody's eye out. It's going to be like, I think it's going to be a cinematic match or CGI kind of match. I don't know. It's not going to be in the ring. So, I don't know who's going to win here. Like, usually you think you want Wade Mysterio to win here, but I'm going to go with Seth Rollins only because Seth Rollins has not been winning on pay-per-views. Royal Rumble has been eliminated. But was the pay-per-view of the Royal Rumble? Elimination Chamber, he lost the tag team titles. Remember, he was tag team champions with Buddy Murphy. He lost them to the Street Profits. WrestleMania, he lost to Kevin Owens. And at Money in the Bank, he lost to Drew McIntyre. So he's been on a losing streak on the pay-per-view. You have to build him a strong heel again, make him a winner again. So, I don't know, you would think maybe Mysterio will get his revenge here. I don't know, maybe Dominic gets involved. Or maybe Dominic turns on his father and joins Seth Rollins and his disciples. Who knows? But I'm going with Seth Rollins to win here because I think he needs to win more and move on to his next rivalry with whoever is Kevin Owens, Aleister Black, whoever it is. Because this should be the ending to the two between Seth Rollins and Rey Mysterio. So I'm going with Seth Rollins. I wouldn't be surprised if Mr. Hill wins, but I'm going to go with Seth Rollins because he needs it more. Next, we have the swap match between Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman for the Universal Championship. This is rumored to be the second of 3 matches. That they're going to have another match at SummerSlam. This is going to be a cinematic match. It's going to take place at a swamp in Florida, whatever. Makes sense because of the character Bray is playing. The old Bray Wyatt's here playing this character. It's going to be Bray's compound is the nearest swamp. This is a cinematic match. This part of this feud has been mostly video vignettes between them, obviously. Makes sense because how the history they have with each other. Obvious from Money in the Bank? Yeah, Money in the Bank for the first match, and they skipped a month. And Braun Strowman took on Morrison and The Miz in a handicap match, and they came back to this. Expect Braun Strowman to win here. Obviously, that's my prediction. But somehow during this match, the Fiend is going to come. Maybe Braun will come out of the swamp as the Fiend, laughing to end the show. That'd be perfect. Have him laughing at the end of the show, knowing that SummerSlam we're going to have Braun Strowman facing the final face, the final third face of Bray Wyatt, the Fiend and Braun Strowman at SummerSlam. The final chapter between these two, taking place at SummerSlam. So yeah, I got Braun Strowman winning here. The other rumor is that they're going to face the SummerSlam Fiend versus Braun Strowman, as I said. Perfect ending is to have Bray Wyatt come out of the swamp or wherever, laughing as the Fiend. Laughing, and then becoming the Fiend. End the show. So these are all my predictions for the show. I want you to comment, like, subscribe, and tell me your predictions on who's going to win, retain. What do you think is going to happen during this pay-per-view? Good day, and I hope you enjoy the show. I'll try to enjoy the show. I'll be honest with you.